I recently learned that actors, one of the things that they do, or not all actors maybe, but one of the things that a lot of actors do is they just practice their lines over and over and over and over again. I don't do that, I half-ass everything, but but not really, Um, I think me, it's kind of reactionary. Um, because like in the school system, you are told that if you want to get patted on the head, and start drooling like a Pavlov dog, then they're gonna test your memory and your reasoning skills. But these are actually the lower functions of your mind, memory and reason. Right? Because reason is just very binary. It is. It's ones and zeros. Oh my god. Um, and so you're not really learning any. Get the fuck out of my way. Get out of my way, you little shit. Um, you can lay anywhere in this place. You can leave if you want. Why do you have to fucking sit right in my fucking way? Um. Anyways. Imagination and understanding are are really the higher functions of your brain, right? Like there's this one ancient esoteric book that talks about artificial men, what are called like golems. Oh, it's a golem. Oh, it's a golem. Everybody, we're gonna be scared about the golem. But golem just means artificial man, right? And someone who's like top of the class in their lower functions of their brain, but have no power in the higher functions of their brain, which is imagination and understanding, which is where the craft comes from, right? Science and reason. But there's actually a language difficulty here because again, reason is very binary, but understanding is not. So sometimes, like even me myself, I'll say reason or rationality, but I'll mean understanding. Um, but I mean, you could say that imagination is a higher form of memory, and understanding is a higher form of reason. But anyways, but yeah, no, like my memory is shit. When I was in school, I'd always get A's and B's, and I wouldn't even try. Like, I just knew how to play the system, and the system, and by me playing with the system, I fucked my memory over because, if a test was coming up, like 30 minutes before the test, I just open up the chapter which we're being tested on. I'd look up all the highlighted words. I'd memorize all the highlighted words, and then boom, the test would happen. I'd get an A or a B, and then I'd forget everything, right? So I developed this very destructive short-term memory, I guess. And reasoning and understanding aren't my power in my head. Imagination is, and It's like when I speak, I just, usually just let my imagination just blah 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 blah. But when I write, I actually put my reason and my understanding in the seat of the writing, and my imagination's like behind me, like blah 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 blah. But I'll tell my imagination to shut up every now and then, and I'm able to turn writing into more of a craft in that way. But yeah, no, I'm totally half-assed much of the time. But it's also I don't know. Like I think a lot of people get destroyed by this pursuit of perfection. And it's all about a process rather than the perfection, whatever that means. But yeah, no, I mean, I guess this is about just the tyrannical nature of the modern so-called educational system, right? It's built to perpetuate tyranny, really. It's built to keep you obedient, right? That's what modern education teaches you. It's obedience. And the higher functions of the brain aren't even touched upon. I mean, like we even know this from the historical record, right? From the historical record, we recognize that the modern educational system was built off of the Prussian educational system, right? In the Prussian educational system, you had two different types of education. You had education for the elites, which would be liberal arts, and that would teach towards imagination and understanding. But then you'd have education for the masses, and the education of masses is the education that we receive nowadays. Because because they want you to work in their factories. They want you to rather than start your own factory, right? But like, if we want to get into the reality of history, like that's the truth of it, right? Because you have all this tyranny within Prussia, but you have all these, now even nowadays, you have all these like men out there who just love the Prussian history, like, oh my god, what's that guy called? The great, what's his name? His name's gonna be erased anyway, so it doesn't matter. But he was this one douchebag king of Prussia, and he fought, a bunch of wars. The British loved him, right? Because the British were using him to destroy the German peoples, and that's what he was doing. Like, he was destroying he started this German civil war. He started German for what? For the Prussian education system, for not for freedom, right? Which is a lie. Like Nostradamus would say that in the future they're going to be living in false freedoms. Like that's what they were saying with their mouths, but the reality was a Prussian educational system, and the reality was the manipulation of the human population by these Germanic elites. Frederick, I think. Frederick the Great. He started a German civil war which ended up destroying the German people just for his own benefit and for the benefit of the elites of Prussia. Not for the benefit of the German people or the Prussian people. He didn't give a fucking damn about them. He treated them like shit. He treated them like shit. Through law, through culture, through it all. He treated them like shit. But because of the amazing propagandiness of modern history, you've got all these fucking, guys who are just like sucking on Frederick the Great's balls. Like, oh, he's so great. He won battles. Like, he won battles. Whoa. But I mean, that would be the false victories that I was talking about just now. It's like, where did these victories of Frederick the Great lead to? They led to the complete destruction of the German people. Like we talk about the Roman times, but after the Roman times, it was really the German times until recently. And the German times have been completely destroyed by people like Frederick the Great. And this was part of the process. The Germans had been destroying themselves for a long time. But his false victories led to the complete terror that the Germans and the rest, we're all living through our own false victories of history. You have all these people out there in America who are like, yeah, America and the Founding Fathers. America and the Founding Fathers. Ooh, yeah. But it's like, what did George Washington say, who himself was not an admirable man? But what did he say? He said that in the Capitol, which wasn't Washington at the time, but in the Capitol, like the leaders were a den of criminals and thieves. Like that's what he said about your founding fathers. He's like, these guys are a bunch of fucking douchebags. And so it's like the false victories of our ancestors lead to the misery of our now. And that's totally what happened with this Frederick the Great guy. Like what's he fighting? He's not fighting for freedom. That's where the Prussian education system fucking comes from. Tyranny. Manipulation of the population to control them and use them as cattle. Like that's where a lot of this shit comes from. And yet people still today celebrate this Frederick the Great because he won battles. But the battles he won were the loss of the German people in his time and in ours. Like, that's the fucking reality of history. Because again, you have to go to the substance of it. And what is the substance of it? The fucking Prussian education system, which is a tyrannical system against the mind. And imagination and understanding are treated like shit. The craft, your own masterhood, is denied.